Welcome to Stoic Paradox, the place where men don't chase validation. They cultivate presence. Every guy thinks he knows how to compliment a woman. You're beautiful. You have a nice smile. You look amazing tonight, and sure, those lines might earn a polite thank you, maybe a vain smile, but they won't make her heart skip. They won't make her reread your messages at 1 o'clock a. Men, they definitely would make her lie awake wondering why did that feel so different, so personal also. Real, because here's the truth. Mosmen never learn. The most powerful complaints, they don't land on the surface. They hit deeper. They bypass her ego and go straight to the part of her that's starving to be seen, not just looked at. These aren't your everyday compliments. They're rare, and most men ever give them, not because they can't, but because they were never taught how. I call them forbidden compliments. Not because they're wrong, but because forbidden compliments, they're too powerful for the average. Monto use irresponsibly. They create instant emotionality. They awaken her need to be recognized beyond her beauty, and they stir a curiosity in her. She can't explain the kind that turns into quiet obsession. When you give a forbidden complaint, you stop being just another guy. Become the man who sees her, a man who feels dangerous, mysterious, a man she can't stop thinking about. Why? Because she can't quite figure you out. She'll replay what you said. She'll analyze your tone. She'll wonder if you meant more than. The words in that is the point of session isn't born from what's obvious. It's born from what's felt but never fully explained. So if you're tired of blending and tired of using lines that fade into the noise and ready to pinto a level of attraction most men will never touch, this video is your playbook today. I'm going to give you 3 forbidden compliments that can rewire how a woman sees you when used with calm confidence and emotional clarity. These compliments shift the entire dynamic. She lean in, she'll open up, and she'll wonder where a man like you has been hiding all her life. Because here we don't deal in cheap flattery. We deal in presence, perception, and precision in a world flooded with recycled pickup lines and fake confidence. This is your edge, because real attraction, it's not about how often you text. It's not about your car, your cologne, or your bank account. It's a butho. You make her feel, and more importantly, what you make her feel about herself. Let's get into it. Forbidden compliment number 1. Is there something about the way you think it's rare? Isn't loud, is it? Flashy, it doesn't scream attraction. It whispers something. It's not about her looks, more dangerous understanding. You're not complimenting her beauty. You're recognizing her mind. And for a woman woes used to being reduced to her looks, that lands like lightning. Moscas, they compliment her face, her body, her outfit, surface level praise, easily. But when you look deeper, Anzi, there's something about the way you think it's rare. Everything shifts. Shepouses, she feels seen, not for their performance, but for the essence. Whether she's quiet, playful, intense, or philosophical, every woman craves recognition. That isn't about her appearance. When you offer Thatcher cognition, you plant a seed in her mind, a whisper that says, I see something's us. Now you're not just another guy, you're a mirror, a puzzle, a man, honeyest what others never even look at for. And that's intoxicating. She'll start replaying your conversations. She'll wonder what Medeo say it, and the mystery of your perception will haunt her in the most addictive way possible. Do you feel safe, Tobe? Around, not because you're quiet, but Becca's. You're real. Let's slow that down. In a world where women are constantly judged, sexualized, interrupted, expected to perform emotionally, physical, socially, emotional safety isn't just real. Sacred, most men don't realize how guarded a woman often feels. Not because she wants to be, but because she has to be. And it's not entirely their foe. This world teaches men toying press, but not toy perceive. But when you come along and offer a compliment like this one, that says you make me feel safe. Not because you're agreeable, but because you're authentic. It doesn't flatter her. It make her feel safe, disarms her. You're not calling her passive. You're not rewarding her for staying small or polite. You're telling her that her presence, her truth, her unfiltered self is what makes her powerful, and that kind off recognition. It cuts through all the noise because you're not responding to us image she shows the world. You're responding to the energy she carries beneath it. You're telling her, in essence, I see you, not the performance, not the persona gestu. And here's the twist. Most men are out here trying to prove they're safetying to convince her they're trustworthy. Dependable, good enough, butu. You're doing something different. You're revealing that you're already wool. That you don't need to perform, you simply see. That alone makes you emotionally rare. It flips the script. It sure, not like others, builds instant intimacy without adventuring to seduce her. And that's the paradox. When you stop trying to seduce him, start seeing. She becomes seduced by your calm, your clarity, by the comfort of buying around. Someone who feels different, not demanding, not performative, just present, forbidden. Compliment number 3. You're a net like everyone else. I don't mean that lightly. This 1, it's dangerous in the best way, because every woman hashered some version of yo-yo, different and be now. It's nearly meaningless. But when you say it, when you slow down, look her in the eye, let the silence stretch, bore the words land, everything change. The magic isn't in the phrase, it's in the delivery. It's in the intention behind it. The stillness, the you're something else, it's certainty. The restraint when you sigh, you're not like everyone else, and I didn't mean that lightly. You're not complimenting. You're framing. You're redrawing a subtle line in the sand when it says, I've seen average, I've felt ordinary. And you're something else entirely, and here's what makes it unforgettably Evan. If she doesn't fully believe Evan, if a part of her questions your words, another part of her the part, she rarely shows wants to believe it, needs to believe it, because at her core, like all of us, she longs to be recognized for something more than what meets the eye, and you just gave her that recognition. Not in a loud way, but in a way that lingers, that haunts her, that stays, believe it. And if your words are back, it'd be how you treat her, with depth, with curiosity, with emotional clarity. She'll start seeing herself through your eyes. Think that that's where the obsession begins. Session begins. Not in the complimentis, but in the mirror. You hold up a reflection that makes her feel rare, a shift in her identity, subtle but undeniable. Not just interested now, she's drawn and hooked, intrigued, and she wants more. Let's rewind for a second. What just upon here wasn't a lesson in pickup lines. It wasn't a shortcut to fake confidence or manipulation. It wasn't in deeper, something most men never even think to consider. You didn't just learn what to say, you learned why it works. And it has nothing to do with charm, these 3 forbidden compliments. There's something about the way you think. It's rare you feel safe to bear on. Not because you're quiet, but because you're real. You're not like everyone else. Gab and I don't mean that lightly. They're powerful because they target something women are starving for, secret recognition. Of the unseen, of the layers, the hide, of the depth they hope Samioni Onion will notice, and almost no never does. Because the real secret, it's not the words, it's the energy behind them. Your silence, your stillness, your certainty, your restraint. Most men drone in noise, they overshare, they overtry, they overcompensate. But the rare few, the grounded few, they move differently, they speak slowly, they choose words that carry weight. And when a woman hears a compliment from that kind of man, it cuts through every wall she's built, because for that moment, she's not a face or a figure or a filtered profile. She's a person seen, felt, respected, desired, not for her appearance, but for her essence. And that's what creates obsession. So if this resonated with you, if you're done with surface level games, if you're ready to connect on a level that's magnetic, grounded, and unforgettable, this is your invitation. Subscribe, because here at Stoic Paradoxes, don't chase attention. We master presence, we don't memorize. Lines will cultivate awareness. Every video is crafted to sharpen your edge, not just with women, but in life and leadership, in how you carry yourself. The way you walk into a room without saying a word and still get noticed. So if you'd rather be remembered than liked, respected, than approved. If you know that the strongest game is played in silence, in intention, and clarity, then don't just watch, join. You tap that subscribe button, hit the bell buttons. In this world, you can either be part of the noise, or you can be the one who rewrites the signal. This is Stoic Erotics, and we don't just speak to the surface, we speak to the soul.